What are some of the key things or key factors that you guys need to consider when doing a showing or a tour in your home? I'm actually going to talk about that in this video, so make sure you guys stick around. What's up, everyone? I hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, my name is Serge. Welcome to the channel. To all my reoccurring viewers, guys, thank you so much for all the love and support that you've shown this channel. And if you have it, and if you're new here, I have created a Facebook group called Legion Assisted Living Academy. So go ahead, go request yourselves, and make sure to answer the 3 questions prior to requesting yourselves. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the topic of this video. Now, I actually want to touch on a few things that you guys need to consider when doing a showing or a tour in your home for a potential resident. So the first thing that I want you guys to know and understand is prior to the family member coming and seeing your home, you guys need to switch up all the lights on, okay? Open up all the blinds to make it look more spacious, make it more bright. That way they can have a better visual of your home. And also, if your home is really clean, it'll definitely stand out. So that is the very first thing you guys want to do. Now, the second thing you guys want to do is also set up the room that you guys will be showing, okay? Make sure it's clean, make sure the bed is made, do all of those things prior to the showing, and make sure that your caregivers are ready. Make sure that the residents are ready to let them know that you guys will be having some visitors, and for them to be nice and for them to talk to them and say hi and welcome them. So that way everyone is comfortable, everybody's feeling welcomed. And then moving from there, once the family member actually shows up to tour the home, the first thing you want to do is greet them with a smile, right? Actually be personal with them. Ask them what their name is. You guys will probably get their name ahead of time, depending on who you're working with. If it's a placement agent, if you're working with like a place for mom, they'll probably just show up. So just ask for their name. Ask, have them come in, offer them either a bottle of water, offer them a snack, offer them if they want anything. Just let them know that they're more than welcome to ask for it. So go ahead and offer that, maybe even a cup of coffee. But from there, you then want to show the common area, right? You want to show them, have them say hi to the residents, have the residents say hi, and make it just a really good environment overall and make that impression. The thing that I did forget to mention is to dress well, okay? Dress well prior to the showing. Don't be out shopping somewhere and then be in just some sweats and a t-shirt, because your first impression will be your last impression, okay? So make sure that you guys are actually dressed well. Make sure you guys are actually prepared for the showing, okay? Because you guys will be having to do this, especially if you're going to be the manager and the owner, how I am. So make sure you guys are just prepared in that way, okay? Look professional. It is, at the end of the day, a business. So you guys have to be presentable and be professional. So going back to them actually seeing the home, you didn't want to show them, to ask them if they have any questions about the home. Ask them if they have any questions for you, because a lot of them do come prepared. Other family members really don't. They just come and they see the home and they're like, oh, this is pretty. But other family members come and they may have a list of questions, okay? And usually those types of family members take a lot longer, okay? They may take 20 to 40 minutes to do the showing. So if they have a lot of questions, you want to knock out those questions beforehand, and then at the end, ask them again if they want to, ask any other questions. But then you kind of want to run through each question and make sure that you answer all of them to the best of your ability. There may be some questions that they have that you may not be able to answer. And don't be afraid to say no to some of those things, because they may ask you, well, is your staff awake at night? Or is your staff aware at night? Do you do catheters? Do you do tube feeding? Do you do all kinds of... If you don't do that and you're not comfortable doing that, say no. Don't be afraid to. And then the next thing is, if they are coming with a placement agent and the placement agent is pretty much doing the showing for you, you need to stop them. You need to say, hey, listen, pull them aside. Don't do it in front of the family. Pull them aside, say, hey, this is my home. I can handle this. Let me talk to them. Because what happens is placements, I'm not saying all placement agents, but most placement agents are very well aware of that, and they will let you do the whole showing, the tour. But there may be one or two that will try to make false promises to the family, by saying, oh, they can do tube feeding, or oh, they can do 2% assist, or different things of that sort, okay? So you want to make sure you put a stop to that as soon as you realize these placement agents are doing that and kind of walking all over you. Do not let them do that. Okay, it is your home. You're ultimately going to be responsible for that loved one once they are moved in. So you want to make sure that you get the right fit for your home. So once you're done answering the questions, the common questions that I get are usually meals, visiting hours, laundry. Let me see. There's a few things. Those are like the main three that I get usually, because that's pretty much the most important part of them moving in. And then also, a lot of them will ask who the aides are, who the caregivers are going to be. So, usually I have the caregivers always say hi and answer any questions if they have any for the caregivers. And then from there, you want to go show the room. Okay, showing the room is usually when I talk with them, discussing prices, discussing more detailed services, any questions that really I want to keep private with the family, right? Also the condition of the resident. I don't want them telling me the condition of the resident and what they're able to do in front of the other residents, or I try to do that in the room that I'm showing. So usually the room will be empty. If it's like a semi-private room, the resident will usually be out in the living room or in the common area. And then I make sure to let them know a little bit about me. I let them know what, why I got into this, how I got into it, my credentials, and pretty much building that trust with the family. And that is where the most critical part will be for you guys, is that part, is building that trust, okay? Because at the end of the day, if they don't trust you and they get this really odd vibe about you, they will most likely not move their loved one into your home. So you want to be very cautious of that and be very cautious of what you're saying to them. And then at the same time, don't make it all about you. Always make it all about them, okay? Ask them questions, ask them where they're from, get personal with them, get to know them, because at the end of the day, you are going to be seeing them all the time, depending how involved they are with the resident. Don't want to make it about you, so always keep that in the back of your mind when you're doing a tour or doing a showing. And then from there, you want to take them back out, and then you want to then close the showing, right, or close the tour. So you're gonna then ask them, how soon are you guys looking to move your loved one in? Usually you can tell if they're interested in your home or if they're not. It's like, when you went to go buy a car or you went to go buy something and a salesperson comes up to you, but you're gonna buy that car, and usually the salesperson can tell that you're like actually gonna buy it, right? Or it's a home, right? The realtor will know, okay, they want this house or they want this vehicle. So the same concept here. You can usually tell, because for me personally, what I've noticed is that they're all, smiley, and when I know that they love my home and they love what I have to present, what my home has to present, and the services and all that, I can usually tell they're like, yep, this is the one. So, if that's the case, you then want to close them, right? You then want to provide them with the extra information that they'll need to be able to make a sound decision. So usually what I'll give them is the checklist, and I'll say, listen, if you guys are serious about this is what the bed hold contract will be in order to hold the bed until you move the loved one in. That way you guys can secure it. That way I'm not marketing it to anybody else. And then from there, I show them the checklist, and then I say, once you guys confirm, this is everything I'll need from you guys prior to move-in. And then, just to make it a smooth transition for the family and for yourself. And then usually I'll make sure that I always, again, close with asking if they have any questions for me. If they do have any questions, I'll answer them. And then from there, I'll tell them, thank you so much for coming by the home. I look forward to working with you guys. I look forward to taking care of your loved one. And then you walk them out, and then that is the showing. So there are a couple key things that I want to talk about, when you're doing the showing. It's always best to put on, your game face, and put on, have a professional demeanor. Don't get too personal. Keep it always professional. And as time goes on, and once they do move a loved one in, you can then grow that relationship and build that relationship. But for the most part, when it comes to showings and tours, don't go overboard about all kinds of craziness. You definitely There's a lot of sales tactics that you need to consider. I think a lot of sales people would be like, oh, I got this, I'm a salesperson, like, oh, this is easy. There's a different aspect to it because it is assisted living and because you will be taking care of their loved one. That's a whole different story than trying to just sell me a product or sell that person a product. Okay, that product, yeah, they'll get it. You'll never probably hear back from them unless it's a good product and you did a good job providing it to them. But for the most part, remember guys, you will see these people afterwards. Okay, like, you have to make a really, really good impression from the get-go. You can't fake it, you know, because they will be coming to the home, they will be visiting, and if they realized, oh wow, the person that he was during that showing isn't who he is now, like, what the heck, he definitely sold us, you know. And they don't want to, nobody wants to feel like they were just sold, right? They want to actually see that you're genuine and that you're actually like wanting to take care of their loved one. Okay, so keep that in mind guys, and that's what I want to just touch on. Hopefully if this video is insightful and if you guys enjoyed it, make sure that you guys hit the like button, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, and also don't forget, go join that Facebook group, and also go watch all these other videos. They're super informative and I hope that you guys enjoy them, and make sure to go watch that playlist. And until next time guys, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. God bless. Peace.